Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm bringing you a super exciting video that I have been waiting to tell you about ever since I agreed to do this collab. I have just been so excited to share this news with you guys because I love this brand, I love this formula, and I am just so pumped to have been able to create my own palette with them. I'm so excited and honored that I was able to collab with another drugstore brand because I love drugstore makeup. I really think you can get such great quality products at a great price. If you guys have watched me for the longest time, you guys know I love drugstore. I implement it all the time, and this is one of my favorite brands, and I am just so thrilled that they chose to collab with me because this is their first collab ever. I'm the person that they chose to have a collab with, which I cannot believe. I'm gonna go ahead and get into it because I'm really excited to share this with you. I have everything on my face right now. I absolutely love it, and I think this is gonna be a go-to item for a lot of you guys. If you like the same kind of style as me, if you love easy makeup looks, going into dramatic looks, and to have it all in one palette, I think you're gonna be obsessed. So, without further ado, I'm going to show you my newest beautiful baby that I love and have taken with me absolutely everywhere. My collab is with Physicians Formula. How pretty is this palette? Oh my god, I fell in love with this design. This is going to brighten up your winter for sure. Like, I know this is launching in January. It's still kind of cold, but this is something you can wear even in January. You can wear this year round because the colors are so universal. And really, I mean, you can wear anything year round, honestly. This is what the palette looks like. It is so beautiful. It has the holograph, which I just love. It's very clean. You have my signature. So it's Physicians Formula Butter Collection times Holmes. And then you have this on the top, which I love. So you have the writing on the top, so if you want to store it down. And then on the back, you do have my photo and then a little message to you guys. And then it tells you all the contents inside, which I'm not going to go through because I'm just going to show you. Before we get into the swatches and everything of this palette, I do want to tell you guys where it's available, when it's available, how much it is, and what's limited edition in this palette. So it's going to be available at Ulta, Shoppers Drug Mart, as well as physiciansformula.com here in January, which I'm so excited about. It'll retail for $19.95, which is so great. Under $20, you're getting 4 eyeshadows, 3 face products, a lip product, as well as a perfume. The only 3 things that you're going to see that are not limited edition in this palette are the blush, the bronzer, and then the perfume as well. This collection is mostly limited edition. You will not see these colors again. I highly recommend checking them out if you love them, because I think you're going to love them. When you open the palette up, oh my god, I love this palette. It is so beautiful. So when you open it up, this is what it looks like, and you have 2 different eye looks that I have on here for you guys, mentioning all the different shades and what I'd used. I've done a full look with like the green on the lid, and then a really nice simple look, and then I have something like today where I have the green in the outer V and really smoked out on the lower lash line. So again, you have another picture, my name, and then you have another little paragraph in here, and you also have this flap, which I really love, so it kind of keeps everything contained underneath. I've been using this one, so it's kind of got stuff all over it. You lift it up and you can just smell the smell of this formula. So recently Physicians Formula launched new butter products, and I was so excited to be able to try them out first before they came out and include them in this palette. So this is a full-on butter palette. You're going to be obsessed with this formula. We have the butter bronzer. This one is the deep one because you guys know I love the deep bronzer. It's so good. We have a butter blush in Copper Cabana, which is absolutely stunning. So this is a limited edition highlighter that we were able to put in here, so you won't be able to get this again, which is crazy because I'm going to need like 5 of these palettes just to have the highlighter alone. This is in Just Beachy, and it is so beautiful. Great golden highlight with like hints of champagne in there. That's what I have on my face right now. It's very intense. I love the butter highlighters, and I was just so excited to have one in this palette. These 4 butter eyeshadows are beautiful. I wanted to have a palette that you could really use all different shades for multiple different looks. So we have a nice matte cream in here. This one's in Do Not Disturb. You also have this really gorgeous kind of terracotta color. This is in No Filter. Tropic Like It's Hot is definitely more of a red tone brown. Absolutely stunning. It's just a little bit darker than the No Filter, which I love, so it just deepens up the look a little bit and adds a little bit more red if you're into that. And then I love green so much. Green is one of my favorite colors to incorporate into my looks, especially with brown eyes. It just really makes them pop. It's just a really gorgeous forest green with a nice sheen to it. So this is called Pop the Bubbly. It is the lippy that is going to be included. Then, of course, we had to include the butter perfume. If you love the smell of butter bronzer and just the smell of summer in general, you are going to be obsessed with this. They did include this in one of their other limited edition palettes, and I was like, can we bring that back over to my palette because I love it. It smells so good. Oh my god, and it is just summer. Like, this will make you excited for spring and summer, I promise you. There is just a little slot in here for that, which I love, and I just am so obsessed with this palette. Now you have all these different shades right here, and I'm going to kind of talk you through it. So deep bronzer I love because you guys know I like to use it as a bronzer and as an eyeshadow as well. So if you didn't want to take no filter into the crease, you could definitely take deep bronzer in there if you think this is just a little too deep for you. It's totally up to you. I did use this one in my crease today. You guys will see a full demo in this video, and I absolutely love it. I definitely recommend going in with a light hand with these 3 matte colors because they are intense. They are so pigmented. They do blend out, but like, they are so pigmented, especially Tropic Like It's Hot. I also put Do Not Disturb in here. You guys know I love a matte cream. I love setting my eyeshadow primers. I love having just a nice clean base to go off of, and it's really great to put all over your lid and then throw the deep bronzer into the crease. You then could put the highlight into your brow bone, or you could go back in with Do Not Disturb and put that into your brow bone if you don't want anything too intense for the day. You could really do a light makeup look all the way up to a dramatic makeup look, which I love. So let's talk about Cabana. Cabana does have a sheen to it, but it doesn't really have it when it sits on your skin. To me, what it looks like is just a nice, gorgeous flush to the skin, and it's just not too intense. So you can see it has a little bit of a sheen, but when it goes onto the skin, it just looks like a nice peachy rosy flush, which you guys will see. The deep bronzer does look the same as the deep bronzer that they already have out. And then Just Beachy, the highlighter, is so beautiful. It is very, very pigmented. It's such a soft formula. Don't feel like you really got to dig in there because it is super soft and beautiful. The littlest amount does go a long way, I promise you. This does have little flecks of glitter in it, so just keep that in mind, but it does have the most beautiful sheen as well. So, I mean, this is like 100% my top highlighter from Physicians Formula. Like, I wish it wasn't limited edition because it is just so beautiful. It is my perfect highlighter. I tried this on with the team and I was like, this is it. This is the one. I don't need to see anything else because this is everything I need and more, and I felt like it just fit perfectly into the palette. I do have texture, but it really doesn't emphasize it. I mean, it looks absolutely stunning on my skin, and I think you guys are going to love it. You know that I love my highlighters, and that thing, oh, you're going to be obsessed with it. And since it's limited edition, you're going to want to try it out. I'm going to go into Do Not Disturb, which is that nice cream eyeshadow. Again, these are the new butter eyeshadows. I really like this one because you can use it all over the lid. You can use it to highlight the brow bone, whatever you want to do. It's just nice to have a good cream shade in a palette, especially if you're going to use it every day just to kind of set your eyeshadow into place or highlight with something different. If you have a darker skin tone than I do, this is really going to pop on you as a highlight. It is beautiful. Going into No Filter, this is the one that I used as my crease shade today. This is so beautiful. This isn't too dark in my opinion as a transition shade. I mean, it's pretty dark, but if you use a light hand with it and just build it up, it really does just look so beautiful. And again, they blend so well. This formula for all of them, the blush, the bronzer, the eyeshadows, they just melt into the skin, keep everything nice and hydrated. That one is No Filter. Then we're going into Tropic Like It's Hot. This is probably my favorite shade because I love dark reddish brown colors like this. So this is what it looks like. It is so beautiful. I love colors like this. This will really deepen up your look. So unless you're going with something super smoky, I would probably pass on it. Like if you're wanting to do something every day, you could even use this as liner. So that is Tropic Like It's Hot, which Palms is different. It is more of a sheen and a forest green. Let me see if I can do this. So I'm going to put this right here. I love greens. And I think this is the first time that I've really fallen in love with a green that has a sheen to it because it really just works on the eye so well. I would use more of a stiff brush with this if you're wanting to really pack it on, because if you use like a blending brush, it's not really going to pack on as well and be as intense. But I really wanted that with the green because some people don't like pops of color, some people do. But I wanted to throw this in there because I love it. I think it looks great with all of these eyeshadows. And if you love little pops of color like I do, you could put it underneath your lower lash line. You could put it all over your lid if you wanted to. It looks gorgeous like that. Throw it into the crease. It just adds something different to your look. Just kind of spices it up a bit. So again, this is a buildable shade, so don't be intimidated by it. You can definitely build it up to make it look more intense and beautiful. And those are the eyeshadows. But you could also use this highlighter all over the lid. That's what I did today. That's what I've been loving doing. So you have all 4 of these eyeshadows, but then you can use this one and this one as an eyeshadow as well if you wanted to, and they look stunning. That is deep bronzer. It is a little bit more of a cool tone bronzer, which I really enjoy, but it's not too cool toned to where you can't bronze your whole face with it. You guys know I love this one. They already had this one out, but I had to have it in this palette. So the lip color that we have in here is a little bit different than what you guys probably will expect. And this has more of a kind of metallic sheen to it. I do love the butter lipsticks. These are so nice. I've actually been using these 2 right here that they launched as well. They are stunning. So I do love the formula of this, and I really like the color of this as well. It's a great everyday lip color. If you have dry lips, like right now, I've been suffering from dry lips this winter, which really sucks, but these moisturize so well. I actually have this on right now, and they last for a really long time. That is the lip color right there. It does have a nice sheen. They are so pigmented. I mean, you really don't need much at all. You see that? It's so beautiful. This is just such a tropical palette. Makes me so ready to go on like a vacation for real. I need to. And then of course the last thing is this Butter Paradise Eau de Toilette. I think that's how you say it. I can never say that stuff in a really cute way. Really quickly, I want to tell you what that perfume smells like. I know I always say it smells so good and smells like the beach, but let me tell you the notes of it real quick. Island Coconut Blend featuring tropical floral notes surrounded by creamy sandalwood and warm vanilla. It's delicious. It's very summery. When you smell it, you'll know it just smells delicious. It's the perfect little travel size, and you could throw that into your palette, and honestly you can travel with this and be good to go. All you need is foundation, concealer, powder, and then you have everything else in this palette. I love this so much. I really hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. Like I said, I did do a little tutorial on this, so I hope you guys like the look that I came up with. In this one, in this picture right here, I have the green all over the lid and underneath my lower lash line as well, but you can't really see it because I have, you know, hooded eyelids, but it's there and it looks really pretty. If you ever need some inspo, I have like a day look to night look. Of course, I'm going to be doing tutorials with this palette as well because I just love it so much. I hope you guys love it. I will be doing some meetups, so definitely follow me on Instagram and stuff so that you could come out to those and see me. I would love to meet you guys. I would love to hear how you like this palette. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you are excited for this palette. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. I'm so pumped to have this little $20 palette available to you guys, and you'll be able to get your hands on it so soon. By the time this video is up, you should be able to get your hands on it. But thank you guys so much for your support. I really hope you enjoy this as much as I do. I can't wait to feature it in some more videos. Let me know any requests you guys have down below in the comments, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Okay guys, so again, this is what the front looks like, and I'm going to show you the back as well. And we're going to open this up and go into Do Not Disturb first, which is this really nice white cream shade. And we're going to put this all over the lid to set my eyes. I actually did not use a primer this day. I totally forgot. And my eyeshadow stayed on really well. So there's a little something for you. I did not have a primer on. And then I went into No Filter, and I'm just putting this into the crease. Since this is such a darker shade, I am just using a very light hand with it, and I'm using a nice fluffy blending brush to build this up. So like I said, it's a little bit darker, but just use a light hand and really use a light amount to build this up so it's not too intense right away. Okay, and then we're going to go in with Tropic Like It's Hot, and we are going to put this in the outer edge and also bring it into the crease. And what we're doing here is just deepening up the look. I want it just a little bit darker since I knew I was doing something a little bit more dramatic. So again, I'm just tossing that into the crease, going back and forth, but I'm not going above No Filter. Next up, I'm going to take some concealer and I'm going to go ahead and carve out my lid. I love doing this, especially if I'm going to do a color I want to pop all over the lid. This is like my go-to. And then I'm going to dip into the highlighter, which again is just Beachy, and I'm going to put that all over. It's a really gorgeous shade that's just going to pop. It really does catch the light. It's so, so, so beautiful, and I love the way it looks with these eyeshadows. So definitely try this out as an eyeshadow if you get it. It is just so stunning. And then I'm going to go in with Palms, and I'm going to put this in the outer V. I did go in with a pencil brush that was a little bit more dense just to really deepen this up in the outer V. Again, this does have a sheen, and I recommend using a more stiff brush to get the max amount of color payoff that you can get. Now we're going in with deep bronzer, and we're just going to bronze up the face with a fluffy blending brush, and I'm putting this all over, and then I'm going to take a more dense brush, and I will contour underneath my cheekbones, on my nose, and underneath my lip as well. I'm going to take my duo fiber brush and just make sure everything's nice and blended out, and going into the blush, which is Copper Cabana. I'm going to take that onto my cheeks. I like this blush a lot because it does have a sheen, but you can't really tell. To me, it just looks like a flush, which I really enjoy. It doesn't emphasize my texture or my pores, anything like that. And then going in with just Beachy, I am going to highlight my face. Love this highlighter. I tend to go a little crazy with this highlighter because it is my favorite. I would just like drown my face with this. I love it so much. So I'm going to go ahead and put that all over my cheeks, also down the center of my nose, and then on my cupid's bow as well. I will also take this highlighter and put it underneath my brows and in my inner corner. If I was doing an everyday look, I would probably just use Do Not Disturb on my brow bone in my inner corner just because it's matte and not too intense, but the shimmer really pops and I love it with this more dramatic look. Then again, going back in with Palms, I'm going to build this up underneath that lower lash line. Absolutely love the way this looks with brown eyes. It just really makes them pop, and I'm going to connect it to that outer V as well. Then I'm going to top it off with the limited edition Pop the Bubbly lip cream, and it's so pretty and moisturizing, and that is the completed look. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next one.